Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Fallout 76 video. Today, because I have been, as you can see in the bottom left, I've been very busy. This is episode 3, by the way, of our Fallout series. So, hope you guys enjoyed the first 2 episodes. I think that the second one was probably a lot better than the first one. I don't know what was wrong with the audio of the first one, but you know, the second one I think turned out pretty nice. So, if you haven't seen that, go check that out. But anyway, we're gonna get right into this video. I have been very busy. I am now level 300, and I also have now got 4-star mods on all of my guns. Armor, it's getting there, but I just don't have the gold bullion at the moment to do what I want to do with my armor. So it's kind of an issue. Anyway, as you can see, the damage obviously at first glance looks like it dropped like crazy. You're probably thinking, oh, well, what the hell are you doing? Like, you're not doing that right, blah, 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 blah. Trust me when I say I am, right? And as you can see, also all of my names are named after like magic tricks, very on brand. That's what we're going for. I have pinpointers and pyromaniacs and all that on all of it, and yes, it took forever. There's a reason I'm level 300 now. Anyhow, we also have switched our weapons over to what I like to call, or what majority of people call, a reverse onslaught build. What that essentially means is, due to this one perk right here, Gunslinger Master. Basically, instead of it being a normal onslaught build where every time you hit your target, you gain onslaught stacks, you now gain them over time and can spend them on attacks. The only downside of that is your weapon has to shoot really slow so that the stack can regenerate before your next shot. So I put that on this laser pistol, and it works about 95% of the time. And the reason I say it works about 95% of the time is because I don't have rangers on all of my armor yet. So this gun is still not doing the maximum amount of damage it could be because it's down 25%. Well, yeah, sorta, kinda. I guess I could still make it better is what I'm getting at. Now, with that being said, I also made another gun, which I'm not really sure how good it is, but I made an explosive Furious black powdered rifle to work with this onslaught build, or the reverse onslaught. So I'm really curious to see, and from what I've told, like, I've experimented a little bit, but I'd rather you guys just see for yourself, because I'm wondering if it'll one-shot this level 100. If I could hit it. Maybe. If I could hit it. Let's try that again. So, to answer our question, yes. Yes, it can. That should not have happened, because I just realized, this onslaught build is also half a bloodied build. I don't have any of my bonuses from being bloodied right now. And it's still one-shot that level 100. If I shoot myself a couple of times, just with like one of these guns that does explosive damage, so it drops my health. Once we get low enough, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about when I say bloodied build. Here, 18 HP, right? 20 is what you want to aim for. But when I say bloody, yeah, see how much damage that went up? That went from 1600 to 2300. That's insane. My laser pistol went to 502 from 360. This thing's now 138. Yeah, like way more damage increase. So as you can see here on my armor, there's a stat called Unyielding. What it does, if we inspect, Unyielding gives you +3 to all special effects when health is low. Now, for Nerd Rage, which I'll show in a minute, that perk activates at 25%. This activates at 20%. So you have to have lower health to get the full buff from Unyielding. Otherwise, I mean, it's still good. You'll still get 2 additive specials, but you won't get 3. The reason why you want those additive specials is due to a couple of perks. We'll look at them right now. One of them being Science, more intelligence, more energy damage. Therefore, for the Flamer and my laser pistol and my Gatling laser, all really benefit from having high intelligence. Now, the black powdered pistol benefits from, where is it? This perk. When your health is low, gain increased AP damage and AP regen. which is also half the reason I like running a bloodied build, because as you can see by White Reaper over there, he's got rads, so his health can't naturally regenerate from food or whatever, or stim packs or survival syringes. Like, it just makes it so your health won't regenerate. Now, if we head over to Blackwater Mine, because I want to show you guys just like how crazy these guns can get. I am, oh, as you can see, the background, we nuked, that's one of the nukes. I changed my outfit like 3 times from last video because I got a bunch of stuff and I bought Fallout First as well. So, I'm very glad I did that. Alright, here we go. Level 100, reverse onslaught build. Let's just see. I don't think it's going to one-shot it, unfortunately, because I don't have rangers on it yet, but I'm assuming it's going to get it to the point where it is, like, one-shot kill the next shot. If I could just... Oh god, I'm going to die. I'm so dead. I might mess this up. Oh! Okay. Well, that I don't think that's supposed to do 32k, but... Oh, crap. Oh, man. This is why you need rads. If anybody was wondering, this is the importance of rads. This thing's only level 75. Even without Bloody, we're still doing 2,000 damage. Like, that's kind of crazy. But, that's the explanation of why you need rads. Because you take one syringe when you're low on health, and then you're all the way back to the max. It's like... Now, I also have perks that are influencing that, but, like, I kind of need them to influence it so that I can heal up faster. Anyway... Oh god, that thing's mad. Okay, let's test out this thing, right? Let's see, because I think, if I'm not wrong, this thing's gonna get up to 5k, which would be pretty crazy to see on video. So let's see. Okay, a 95 hit chance and we miss. That makes sense. Yeah, 5,816 damage. As you see, the reload speed is a little slow, but, like, it's manageable. So I think I might swap over to this gun. I'm just really not sure. I'm very torn. Now, another gun we're going to test... Well, I don't really want to test this, because this thing's meant for an onslaught, not reverse onslaught. So I'm not really sure what we're going to see with this thing. But we can give it a chance. Oh, man, it doesn't really matter. I'm sorry for the brief cut there. My mic likes to be difficult. I am gonna need to buy a new one. Anyway, I don't think that's gonna get on video, and if I do put it in, there's gonna be no audio behind it, so I might just have to add text. But I'll demonstrate it again, just because I'd rather demonstrate it again, edit it out, and then, you know, it make my life a little bit easier. Let's see if we can find... Oh, here we go. Here's an example of what I'm talking about, right? Bang. Full health, 4,900 damage. And, like, the reload speed isn't so terrible that I can't, like, manage the gun, if you get what I'm getting at. The only issue I gotta fix then is I gotta fix how to make this thing reload faster, which there are perks for. And as you can see, I have Swift on this gun. I don't even know what its AP cost. It's 28. But that's kind of fine. My AP is, like, what? Yeah, 300. That's, like... That's 10 shots, and you just watched it do 5,000 damage in one shot. So I don't think I'm ever gonna need that many shots, but it's definitely, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the gun. I really kind of like the laser pistol better because I feel like it's just more reliable. But as you can see, if we go to perks, there is a perk, there's 2 of them. There's one that's called Faster Fire, which gives me 50% of my movement speed as reload speed or something like that. And then there's this perk called Ground Pounder, which, as I've been told, if we look at the typing of this gun, rifles count as small guns. I'm not sure how reliable that is, but from what I've been told, it counts as a small gun. Well, I mean, we could test it right now. Here, watch. Okay, here. I'm gonna shoot it. We're gonna count the reload speed, and then we'll see what's faster. Okay. Okay, so about 4 to 5 seconds. Let's test it with the other perk, and let's see. I just want to know, right? Because if this is going to be better, then I need to figure out how to throw it on so that I can reload faster. Oh, that definitely... Yeah, that's definitely faster. Oh, God. Okay, this might just work. This might work. Okay, hold on. I might make that work. If this build might... Dude... This gun, like, the black powder guns have never been good in this game. They've always been, like, complete garbage because you have to reload it every shot, and then it's, like, not that great. But, I don't know, man. That seemed like that goes pretty quick. And I'm missing a couple of perks. Now, I obviously can, like, if I just do some raids, I can obviously level up my legendary perks more. I could still get an extra 5 perk points between agility and legendary luck. The only issue is, that's going to cost me 400 perk points. For those of you who don't know, 400 perk points, or let me put it this way, right? 10 perk points, you get every 5th level, right? So when you get 5 levels, you get 10 perk points. The perk pack you get once you hit level 5 gives you another 4. So you get 18 perk points per 5 levels. So if we did some basic math, my phone is right here, and I'm not going to try to do that in my head. I did too much math homework this morning already for college, and frankly, I don't have the patience to do more math. So, if we need 400 perk points, I have like 72. I'm not sure if that number's right, but it's close enough. And then we're going to divide that by 18. So I need to get... Well, we got to multiply that by 5, because every 5 levels. I need to get 91 more levels. So once I get to level 400, which that sounds a lot worse than it actually is, my buddies will be on later tonight, hopefully, and we'll just grind out another 100 levels. It's not that hard to do. Not to mention, I probably could... Actually, you know what? I'm going to record that. I'll tell you what. In this video, you guys get to see a sneak peek of me soloing the raid boss. I don't know if it's going to work. I hope it will, because I've been trying to get it to work, and I just don't know. We're going to find out. Okay, and we're at the raids. Another gun I want to mention real quick before we go in that I've been thinking about, and I don't really know. I might have to test it, because every time I get like a Furious, an Explosive, or whatever, I test out guns just to see what they're going to do. Another one I would be interested to test out is this Gauss rifle. If you don't know, as you can see the numbers on the top of my scope, if I zoom in, you'll see it better. Yeah, those numbers. If you charge it, it'll shoot, and it shoots really hard. The Gauss rifle is another one of those guns that I don't think has literally ever been good. It's been very, very mid. But it could have some potential here. We're going to put the black powder rifle away because I don't need the extra weight. And yeah, if you don't know, when you do raids, you don't want more weight. More weight is going to get you killed. This is probably got enough ammo. Oh god, hey, that's not nice. Let's just bye. Okay, he's dead. Yeah, as you can see, this thing does a lot of damage too. That's not... We're gonna swap to our onslaught build because this is what we need for this. Okay, and as you can see, like, obviously that's doing what it can do. Well, actually, not really. It's doing a little bit less damage, but that's because it needs build up. And for those of you who don't know what I mean by that, basically how it works is the more I shoot, if you look in the bottom right, that number went from 14 to 16, the little target icon. That's because I shot him. If I shoot something, I gain stacks. And per stack, I get 5% more damage, I believe. On melee weapons, there's a perk called Pounders, and you can get up to 15% per stack. So if you run a reverse onslaught build on a melee weapon with Furious and Pounders, yeah, that's 25 times 15. We're going to do more math. And 15. 375% more damage when you're at a max stack. With them, and like some of these melee weapons already do 1,000 damage. So if we really wanted to get technical and say you've got literally no other buffs, 375% is essentially taking... Like, I think the Super Sledge, if you mod it enough, does like 1,250. If we take that 1,250 and multiply it by like 3.5, which is 350%, yeah, you're doing 4,000 damage a hit. That's excluding any other modifier besides Furious and Pounders. So if you put like... If you power attack, for example, that number could go even higher. If you increase your power attack damage, that can go even higher. If you increase weak spot damage, like... You could definitely make a melee build. I might have to do that. I know a guy who does it, and he said it's pretty good. I may have to check that out too. Because there's a weapon from the raids, if we look, called the Ultrasight Terror Sword. And you get it from killing the snake. And as you can see, this thing does 700 damage, but it also does 3,000 damage DOT, which is kind of crazy. Another one, yeah, the Drill Fist. 580, which this is what the base stats are. Like, this isn't buffed by my bloodied build or anything right now. 580, and it's a crazy fire and bleed. You can also, actually, we should do that right now, just to show you guys how crazy the drill fist is. If we look at this in the weapons bench, I can mod it and put ultrasight bits on it. And now, as you can see, it adds poison that does a crazy amount of damage. It's pretty cheap to put that on, so I just threw it on there. But yeah, this thing can get really, really, really crazy. Especially if you run a melee build. Because there are a lot of melee perks out there that basically say, ignore armor. There's a perk that makes you attack, I think, 75% faster and ignore 75% armor. Unless they nerfed it. They may have nerfed it. Don't take me up on that, because I could be wrong. Anyway, we're going to hop in the raid. I'm going to hop my power armor. As you can see, I bought a skin for it, because if we go to map, I have 1,700 atoms, and I've already spent like 3K. I have got no idea how I keep getting them. But I'm not going to complain either, because, you know, free atoms are free atoms, right? Anyway, hopping in the power armor, and we're going to go in the raid. And then once we're down there, I'll cut back. Okay, and we're here. This is the first part of the raid. Yeah, you hit this button, giant robot guy spawns. I don't think I've ever filmed this before. If you are new and you don't know how to get to a raid, oh, that's just personal. Who the hell wasted a nuke there? I would have done a nuke if they put it here. I don't know what this is about, but that's personal. You don't usually nuke something like that unless there's a camp there. I'm gonna also call out a guy. Sinister, just because I kicked you from my team, you're level 1,900. That does not mean to nuke my base. Anyway, yeah, this is where the Gleaming Depths is. It's right above Striker's Row, which a lot of people don't find this until they find the Gleaming Depths. But if you know where these towers are, there's like no way you don't know where these towers are, right? This is the Hornwright Estate. It's with the main quest line. You need to do it to get the mother to load, and then basically just go, you know, west of it, and it's right there. You'll find the Hornwright Testing Site 03 or Vault 63. Literally, it's just southwest. It's not too hard to find. Or just join a team, and if you find a raid team, you'll know where it's at. Anyway, yeah, I've got troubleshooters and reflective on 2 pieces, and I've got troubleshooters on everything. So we can kind of just eat him. And what I mean by that is if he shoots me, I'm not going to die. And I'll reflect enough damage back that it'll, you know, keep me alive. The reason it does that is because if we look at my stats, due to a perk in luck called reflective, if we look at my effects, ricochet, that's what I meant. Ricochet gives me a 22% deflection chance. If I fire a heavy gun, there's another perk called Bullet Shield, which if I fire a heavy gun gives me another 20% deflect chance. Yes, this gets crazier. If you've got reflective on your armor, I've got 2 pieces. That gives me another 20% reflective chance. So in total, I have a reflective chance of 60. Well, 62. But the other reason we want to use this Holy Fire is not only is it a heavy gun, this Plasma Flamer, it works with the same build, but it doesn't do fire damage. Even though it's a flamer, it does not do fire damage. The Holy Fire sets them on fire. This Plasma Flamer does crazy damage when opponents are on fire because I put Pyromaniacs on it. So we're going to test this and we're going to see if it works. I don't have high hopes. I'm going to assume that we are going to need to use one of these safety bunkers that are like around the map. There's one there, one there. I just got to pay attention to which opens when. But this should go pretty like decently. I don't think we're going to struggle that much. The shield will go down quick. I know that. But I'm worried about the DPS I'm going to do. And I don't think I'm going to be able to, like, out. No, we're not reflective. Oh, there we go. Yep, as you can see, that's reflective for you. It's making the shield go down because he's hitting himself. He does such crazy damage that if he didn't have power armor reflected, he would die. But because I'm reflecting everything back at him, he just dies. So it's kind of nice. And as you can see, I'm doing some pretty considerable damage. He's not even on fire right now. This is just like literally raw damage. And it's actually going pretty nice. The only issue is I'm not gonna, I'm gonna be safe here, and I'm just gonna say YOLO, and we're just gonna go in here and wait. I could have brought my Gatling laser and lowered him even more. You've got plenty of time, but here's the thing. Like I said, when I record these videos, my headset is broken-ish, and I can't hear the audio. So you guys can hear the audio, but I can't. And if I could hear the audio, then it would cause problems for you guys. So the reason I can't hear the audio is because I'm trying to make your guys' lives easier. And you're welcome. I'm doing y'all a favor, and you should definitely appreciate and subscribe. And leave a like, too, because it's definitely a pain in the butt not hearing what I'm trying to do. So, yeah, if you're new here, this is your, like, well, notification to leave a like and subscribe, because, yeah, it supports the channel and makes more people see my content. So, yeah, that would be very nice of you if you could decide to subscribe for whatever reason. I do highly recommend you do, because I post pretty good content, and you wouldn't miss out on it. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're killing the Guardian. I don't know if I stick it. I don't know if he's gonna die. I don't. Probably not. I'm gonna say no. If I stick it, yeah, that's not gonna kill it. Where is it?
Security bunker online. Take shelter.
Okay, perfect. This, we should be okay. We should be okay. Get in, get in. Okay, okay. We got it. We got it. We can kill the Guardian ourselves now. Before, I couldn't even get this close. The fact we're getting this close, and if I had a ranged weapon, he'd be dead. Or if I could hear the volume, he'd be dead on this run. I wouldn't have to use 2 gates, is what I'm getting at. But, yeah, the fact we're, like, this close is actually really good for us. I'm not gonna lie. The fact we are literally, he's pretty much dead. Like, I'm using a lot of stim packs, yeah, because I'm doing it solo. I was doing this with other people, but I'm just gonna stand right here. As long as we're not on that electric, we're not gonna take damage. So that's another thing to be worried about. Don't touch the floor. There's a reason why I stand where I stand. Because if I sat on the floor, I would die. I'm gonna try to rotate around here and see if we can just get the shield down. Yeah, as you can see, he broke that pillar because he keeps hitting it. The robot can damage structures too. I forgot to mention that. So you do need to be careful of that. I forgot I got I'm not reflecting everything I need to do. I don't have a high enough reflection chance to reflect everything, but I do have really high luck, so it's also kind of helping me that I have that. Okay, he should die here, I believe. Let's see if we can just farm him down. It looks like he's gonna die. Yeah, he's a goner. We just did the raid solo. That is beautiful. Never, I mean, we got like absolute crap. Oh, wait.
Take shelter.
Oh, man. It's got a 4-star, but it's my Sama's. It's not reflective. Oh, that would have been such a good... That would have been awesome to get a clip of. Yeah, we just got reflective on like our very first filmed run of this. Yeah, pretty dope. I think what I may do is my audio is gonna be really shitty, but I might live it, because if I live it, I'm not gonna have my headset hooked up. I'm gonna be going off my computer audio. I may do a live stream. Anyway, as I was getting at, because my headset loves to cut out on me, as you can see, we killed the robot. Yeah, fun stuff. The next stage of this, I can't possibly do solo. There's no way to do it. I couldn't do it if I wanted to. Like, you need at least 2 to 3 people. And you need 2 people who know what they're doing, and, like, know what they're doing really, really well. For instance, I can easily do the, what we like to call the running part, but I couldn't do the defending the drill part if my life depended on it. There's just no way, like, I don't have the damage, I don't got crap to do that. And you pretty much need that in order to do that part. If you don't have it, you're screwed. You're never ever gonna do that. You can't possibly do that solo. Like, it's just not even doable. Anyway, as we're gonna see here in a second, yeah, I got some pretty good rewards. As you guys can see, it was definitely some pretty good rewards. I'm gonna really quickly transfer over all my unused ammo. We got our pistol back. We'll have out of our power armor because I don't really want to just run a bunch of raids by myself, especially because I can't just kill them in one go. I definitely do want to. I'll probably, like I said, next Friday, I'll probably just live stream, and I'll see if I can like get into some raids or a raid team or something. But I'm not sure how that's gonna go. We'll find out. I think that's the best thing I can say is we're gonna find out. Okay, we're outside somebody's camp right now because I saw they had 12 mods and I wanted to check it out. Let's just see. Okay, this is a very well-priced camp. Let me just, like, default price, you cannot go wrong. People will buy mods for these default price. He could probably jack up the price on some of those, but that's usually going to be hit or miss, so it's really up to, I guess, personal discretion. I guess how I'd word it. Whatever you think it's worth, you sell it for that. That's, like, completely fine. Yeah, we one-shot the Snallygasters even though we're not even using the build. I'm not even using a reverse onslaught build. I'm using my normal one, and we're one-shotting them. So that is kind of nice. What about that? What about that? Let's find out. We're not even using the right build, but let's shoot it and see what happens. Welcome back to Jack. Welcome back to, you know, that one show where people do dumb stuff and then hurt themselves pretty bad, because I don't think I can save that on the... I don't think that's something I can say. As you can see though, yeah, we killed it in literally like 4 shots and it died. Yeah, that's a really... Bruh, he didn't even have anything. He literally doesn't... Oh, well, I don't even want to step in that. That's just sad, but it's fine. Oh, I should probably explore this thing, because I don't have this unlocked. This is the Toxic Wastes, by the way. It's a biome where it's just radioactive everywhere, and as you can see, I'm gaining crads. Here we go, Hemlock Holes, perfect. I didn't have that under, I didn't have it, unlocked yet, because I haven't been here, and I needed it to be unlocked to do this quest, Talk to the Cook. It's a daily, and you can get free stuff. Anyway, guys, I believe that's going to wrap up this video. I am working on a short, which is just going to be like because there's some tutorials I want to make for this game. Just because I feel like it's going to be like it's one of those things where it's like nobody really talks about it. So I feel like I should address it, and then I definitely have advice on how to fix it, if that makes sense. Right? Because there's a lot of stuff in this game that's very finicky that you would never know unless somebody made a video on it. So, anyway, this is going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe down below. It's completely free and it helps out the channel. And yeah, have a great day. Hope you enjoyed.